When Allen Barbrey was traded last week to the Denver Broncos, the reasoning behind the move was to allow some of the younger players to develop, to get the reps, to get the playing time. Here's Doug Peterson.
Well, first of all, I appreciate everything Allen did for us last year, this organization, last couple of seasons, obviously. It's a situation where we feel real comfortable. I feel real comfortable with some of the young guys on our roster, and to make the move now, and obviously it worked out that we were able to get something for Allen to do it now, early. It allows him to be established, and then it allows our younger players to grow a little bit.
It seemed even if he wasn't going to start, he could fill that role as the swing guard tackle. Why wasn't that something you wanted to do?
Well, again, it allows our younger players. I mean, Dillon Gordon's right there. You know, he's a guy that can, Big V, a chance to work the tackle spot in there a little bit more. And just felt, again, best interest of not only for Allen, but for our team moving forward. This was the time to do it.
Dillon Gordon, eh? All right. Okay. Might be a surprise to some. Let's take a look at Dillon Gordon right now. So, this was a kid that was undrafted last year out of LSU. He played tight end at LSU. Was more of a blocking tight end. Only caught 7 passes for 96 yards during his career. Suffered an Achilles tear. So, that prevented him from attending his pro day. Prevented him from attending the combine. He tried to send a waiver to the NCAA for 5th season, but was ultimately denied. So here he is, today, 1 year after being brought in as a project. The Eagles thought so highly of him that they didn't even put him on the practice squad. They put him on the active roster, they redshirted him, and the reason why he was put on that roster was, well, nobody else could pluck him off that practice squad. And here he is, 1 year later, and everybody's praising him. So, undrafted last year, didn't play, redshirted, but now he's ready. What sped up the process?
Well, I think what sped up the process is two things. One, he's worked really hard at it. It's been important to him, and he's really developed. Secondly, I mean, between Stout and Eugene, spending a lot, he's getting good coaching between Jeff Stoutland and Eugene Chung, working with him for these years. And but the bulk of the credit goes to him because he's got to embrace that. He's got to embrace that transition for him, and it's really gotten better each year and has looked good so far.
Dillon Gordon is a former tight end. Former tight end kind of reminds you of somebody, huh? Jason Peters, anybody?
He was a tight end in college, and brought him in, and athletic guy, big guy. Someone we felt could kind of get in that mold of the Jason Peters. Jason Peters, tight end guy, college, started his first couple years as a tight end in the National Football League before converted to a tackle. So I'm not comparing him to Jason, but that's the path, that Jason took, and it's very similar to Dillon. He's learning, a young player. He's just got to get better each day. Every rep that he gets is a valuable rep for him. Comes down to just the focus and just detailing his work, and but he's done a nice job for us.
See that kind of potential as someone who
the potential's there. Yeah, the potential's there, and we're excited to continue to see his growth as we go through camp.
So there you have it. A lot of Dillon Gordon talk over the last week or so during the press conferences of Doug Peterson and Frank Reich. I'm really, really interested to see what he can do during the preseason. We'll see how far he has really developed. But something else I want to add before I leave as well. One of the things that I loved about the Eagles last year was when they ran the ball with that extra offensive lineman on the field. And a wrinkle that they could add to this package, potentially, because Dillon Gordon is a tight end. They could add some play action to this package if they really want to. Maybe near the goal line or something. That's maybe a trick play you want to do on a 2nd and goal from the 2. Little play action, flip it to Gordon for the touchdown. Just thinking. That's all.